Assalamu alaikum. I am Amiyo Bhattacharjee. I will take mathematics class of class 10. I will solve some MCQs today regarding your tomorrow's examination. Dear students, I hope you all will communicate and cooperate. Thank you very much. Suppose you are given two equations like 2x plus 3y equals to 5 and 2x plus 3y is equal to 11 by 2. My question is that what is the solution of the question of these two equations? Can you tell me? Who can tell me what is the solution of the equations?
What was that?
Okay, just tell me what is the solution. Okay, you see their left hand sides are equal, right? And have you seen their left hand sides are equal. It should be that yes, their right hand sides also will be equal. But we know 5 is not equal to 11 by 2. This is absurd, right? So there is no solution. There is no solution. And if there is no solution, then they are inconsistent, okay, and they are independent. Another question, suppose two x plus 3y is equal to 5. 4x plus 6y equals to 10. Can you tell me what's the solution? Just see, just let me know. Okay. So what is the solution? Can you tell me? Just you see one thing. If we multiply the first equation by 2, okay, we will get 4x plus 6y is equal to 10. What comes to the conclusion? This system of equations, okay, now it becomes only one equation. You see, this and this, only one equation. So, one equation and there are two variables, you know, there will be infinite number of solutions. Infinite number of solutions, okay? Anyone can let here x equals to 1, okay, then y equals to 1. 4 plus 6 equals to 10. If y equals to 0, then x equals to 2.5. This type of, there will be too many solutions. That is, there will be infinite number of solutions. And you know, if there are infinite number of solutions, then it is dependent, of course, consistent. Of course, consistent, dependent. You understand? A math is given like this. Suppose 5x plus 7y is equal to 19. Have you seen? 7x plus 5y is equal to 17. Can you tell me what is the value of x and y? X comma, okay, wait. Just what is the value of x plus y? X plus y equals to what? X minus y equals to what? What will you do? In the examination, you will solve these two equations, right? No question will be given like this, so that you have to solve. That means to solve these two equations, it will take about 5 minutes or 4 minutes. No question will be given in the examination that may take more than 2 minutes, maximum 2 minutes. Some questions will be given of 10 seconds, some of 90 seconds, and maximum 120 seconds. So, dear students, what will be your functioning to solve these two equations? See, I have given here x plus y. Have you seen? That's good. If in two equations, you see that this and this are same. Have you seen? As well as this and these are same. Pay attention. These five are same. This 7 and this 7 are also same. What will be your functioning, you know? You just add these two equations. 5x and 7x will be 12x. It is also 12y is equal to what? 36. Okay? That is, if we divide it by 12, we will be left with, have you seen? We have got the value of x plus y easily. So, there are some cases where it is not required to solve the equations by the method of substitution, elimination, or cross multiplication, or with the help of graph. No, it's not required. Okay, questions will be given so that you can find it within very short time. You have to know the techniques how to solve MCQs very quickly during MCQ examination. Our second question was to determine the value of x minus y. Very good. 7x plus 5y equals to 17. Okay. And 5x plus 7y is equal to 19. So we can subtract minus, and we are left 7 minus 5 equals to 2x minus 2y equals to what? Minus 2. That means x minus y equals to minus 1. Okay, have you seen? X minus y equals to minus 1. Now the interesting fact is that if these two equations are added, if this equation and this equation are added, then we can get the value of x as by 1 and value of y is 2. I am giving you another math. The math can be given like this. 1 by 3x minus y, suppose it is equal to 0. Okay. Okay. And or suppose it is example, suppose it is 5. Then x minus 3y, it is equal to 15. Have you seen? What is the solution? Can you tell me how many solutions are there? How many solutions are there? If we multiply the first equation by 3, we can get it. Okay? That is, this is x, this is 3y. So, we are getting all those two equations are same. Right? So, they will be consistent. They will be consistent, dependent, and infinite number of solution. An infinite number of solution. Have you got me? If it is multiplied by 3, we will get the same. Okay. We can get this equation from this equation by multiplying 3. So consistent, dependent. You know why they are dependent? Because if you let some x, you will get y. Okay, it depends on y depends on letting x. Okay, for this they are called here dependent because we are getting only one equation. Suppose x plus y equals to 3. Okay, what does it mean? Only one equation but two variables. If x equals to 1, then y equals to 2. If x equals to 0, then y equals to 3. If x equals to 2, then y equals to 1. Okay, it depends on letting x, you will get y. For this, they are dependent. But if you would get this equation x plus y equals to 3 and x minus y equals to suppose minus 1. This is. There are two different equations. Here you will get x 1 and y 2. It does not depend on you or on me. Okay? It is absolutely value of x is 1 and value of y is 2. There is unique solution. No other solution will be imposed here. So it does not depend. For this, they are independent. They are independent, but they are dependent. Please. Suppose it's a triangle. Please take constant. ABC. ABC is a triangle. PQ. Here PQ is parallel to BC, right? Now, suppose this is 2 centimeter, okay? This is 3 centimeter, okay? This is suppose 3 centimeter. This is x centimeter. Suppose, what is the value of x? X equals to what? Can you tell me? What is the value of x? Let me know. Who can answer the value of x? What is the value of x? Remember one thing, I have mentioned only PQ and BC are parallel. I have not mentioned that P and Q are the midpoints. I did not mention it. Okay? So what will you do? Suppose, what is the formula? AB by AP. Okay? AB by AP is equal to AC by AQ. That means, what is AB? AB means 2 plus 3. What is AP? AP means 2. What is AC? AC means 3 plus x. And what is AQ? AQ means 3. Now from here you get the value of x. 2 3 is 6 plus 2x is equal to 5 3 5 is 15. That is 2x equal to 15 minus 6, that is 9. So x equals to 4.5. Okay. Don't answer like this. It is 3, so it will be 3, not that. Okay. Do you understand? Okay. It can be done in another way. Please try to understand. It can be done in another way, that also known to you. That is AP by BP is equal to AQ by CQ. This is the shortest way, but this is the original rule. Anyway, AP, what is AP? AP means 2 and BP means 3. What is AQ? That is 3 and this is x. So 2x equals to 9 and we are getting here x equals to 4.5. You understand? Okay. Another question. Similarly, DE is parallel to BC. Okay? Please try to understand. Here, this is suppose 2 centimeter. Okay? This is suppose 4 centimeter. This is 1 centimeter. This is 3 centimeter. Okay? The question is, what is the length of DE? DE equal to what? Can you tell me? What is the length of DE? Answer me. I want to see who can answer. I am not getting any answer. You all are engaged chatting among yourselves. So anyway, it's up to you that what will you do. I gave you a question. These and these are parallel. These and these are parallel. So can you answer? Suppose these angle are equal. Common angle equal. So what we are getting? We are getting two equiangular triangles. Equiangular triangles means what? They are similar. They are similar means their corresponding sides are proportional. That means here AB by AD. Okay, here AB by AD is equal to, oh, I am sorry, I am giving not this. Suppose I am sorry, I am giving you here, it is suppose 8 centimeter. Okay, 8 centimeter. Anyway, so AB by AD is equal to what? BC by DE. Then what is AB? The measurement of AB is 2 plus 4, and what is AD? 2. What is BC? 8, and what is DE? We don't know. 2 or 4, 6. So 6 DE equals to 16. And from here we get D equals to 16 by 6 by 2, 8 by 3. That means 2.67 like something approximately. Okay, approximately. It's not so easy as you are thinking. Okay, try to understand. Triangle ABC and triangle ADE, they are your similar triangles. As they are similar, so AB of the larger triangle by AD of the smaller triangle. Okay, again BC of the larger triangle by D is the smaller triangle. Okay, so it was really easy for you. But if the question is given like this, triangle ABC is to triangle ADE equals to what? Please. Triangle ABC is to triangle ADE. Can you find it? Okay. Triangle ABC. See, triangle ABC is to triangle ADE is equal to, we can write here AB square is to AD square. Okay? AB and AD are the corresponding sides. So what is AB? AB means what? AB means 2 plus 4, that is equal to 6 square. What is AD? AD means 2 square. Okay, that is 36 is to 4. So we are getting 9 is to 1. Try to understand. AB here 2 plus 4 equals to 6. Interesting fact is that if we consider this and this side, we will have the same answer as the 9 is to 1. You understand? If we consider here BC square is to DA square, we will also have the same answer, 9:1. But it's a common question that I am giving you now, that is it's a really common question for all of you. P and Q are midpoints. PQ are midpoints. Now, what's the ratio of triangle APQ is to triangle ABC is to triangle APQ? Can you tell me please? What is the ratio of triangle ABC and triangle APQ? I want to see your answer. Actually, some of you have written that you have not understood. Pay attention. Suppose you think that yes, you will pay attention now. You cannot understand, right? You have to pay attention from the beginning of any math. Okay. So I am going to begin this math now. You try to understand. All of you, please pay attention. Actually, triangle ABC is to triangle APQ, right? Is equal to what? It can be taken AB square is to what? AP square, right? The corresponding sides are proportional, you know, but we know if there are two equiangular triangles, they are similar. And there is also another formula that the ratio of the areas, try to understand, the ratio of their areas is equal to the ratio of the square of the corresponding sides. The ratio of the square of the corresponding sides. If AB is taken from the larger triangle, then from the smaller triangle, its corresponding side will be AP. Now, actually, what is AB? You know, I have mentioned that they are the midpoints. So this AP and this PQ, AP and PQ are equal, being P as the midpoint. You understand? Now, AB can be written as by AB is equal to twice AP whole square is to AP square. Okay, that means what is twice AP whole square? Means 4 AP square is equal to this. AP square will be omitted from both the sides. So we will be left with 4:1. So in case of midpoints, if it is mentioned that these points are the midpoints, so your answer will be always 4:1. But if they are not midpoints, your answer will not be 4:1. Please try to understand. In the exam hall, you may be confused, okay, to answer it very easily and quickly. So remember one thing, it depends that the midpoints are given or not. If the midpoints are given, it means the area will be 4:1. Okay? Please try to understand. Okay, suppose PQR PQR is an equilateral triangle. What? Equilateral triangle. You understand? That means they are equal. Okay. Now, if a perpendicular is drawn from here, a perpendicular is drawn. Perpendicular. So perpendicular we can name it PM. So what is meant by this? PM is perpendicular. That means PM is also the median of QR. You understand? PM is perpendicular to QR. It means that PM is also the median of the base QR. That means in an equilateral triangle, the median and the perpendicular indicate the same side, same line, same straight line. Anyway, so PQR is an equilateral triangle. Suppose PQ is equal to 9 centimeter. Then what is PM? PM equals to what? Okay, answer me. You just answer me. I am not getting an answer from your side. That means either you know or you don't know anything. Which one? Okay. I am going to think that yes, you know everything. That's good. For equal, I am telling for them who don't understand, who don't know. Anyway, PQR is an equilateral triangle. What is the formula? That is the formula is 3PQ square. 3PQ square is equal to 4PM square. Please try to understand. The formula is 3PQ square is equal to 4PM square. That means 3 times the square of the side, okay, is equal to 4 times the square of the median. Have you got it? Do you got it? Write it as a note. 3 times the square of the side, write it. 3 times the square of the side is equal to 4 times the square of the median. That means PQ equals to 9. PQ equals to 9. So we can write here PQ 3 into PQ means 9. 9 square is equal to 4PM square. Okay. That means 4PM square is equal to 9 and 81, 243. So PM square equals to 243 by 4. Okay. And PM is equal to root over 243 by 4. Now you can use the calculator. It is about 4, 6, that is about 61, very near to be 61 or 60.75. If you get the square root of 60.75, it will be around 7 below 8, 7.80 like something, 7.80 like something. Okay. So using a calculator, now you can find the square root. Okay. This math can be given like this. Another math. Suppose now you are given PM. Suppose you are given PM. PM equals to 3 centimeter. PM equals to 3 centimeter. Then the question is given, what is the value of PR? PR equals to what? Now find it and do it. Quick. We should know the formula. Formula is what? 3PR square is equal to 4PM square. Okay, as I told you, 3 times the square of any side of an equilateral triangle is equal to 4 times the square of the median. Okay, have you seen? Here all the medians also will be equal. Okay, so any of the medians can be imposed here. And you know, in an equilateral triangle, all the sides are also equal. So any of the sides can be taken. So I have taken 3pr square equals to 4pm square. All the medians of an equilateral triangle are equal. Anyway, so 3pr square, that means 3pr square is equal to 4pm. Pm means what? 3. So 3 square. That means 3 3 is a 9, 4 36. So pr square equals to 12. So pr is equal to root over 12. Now calculator, it is also like that, 3.12. That means, okay. 3.7 something like that. Okay, PR equals to root over 12. So with the help of calculator you can get it. Okay. Another question like this. Okay. Cos theta equals to root 3 by 2. Question is cot square theta minus cosec square theta plus sec square theta minus is equal to what? Okay, do it. Cos theta equals to root 3 by 2 cot square theta minus cosec square theta plus sec square theta minus tan square theta. You have to find the value of this. Okay, what is the answer? I want to see. Cot square theta minus cosec square theta plus sec square theta minus tan square theta. What is the value of this? Yes, Zayed Yasmin. Okay, Zayed Yasmin. Then Rashad. Okay. Okay, Sanchita Poddar. They have written me the right answer. Anyway, just try to understand. What will you do? You know, this is a formula that is called trigonometric identity, and whose result is always 1. And there is a formula or identity, trigonometric identity, that is cosec square theta minus cot square theta equals to 1. But they are differed by only minus 1. Okay, if we multiply this by minus 1, then we get it. Anyway, so this is minus 1. So our answer is minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. No need to do the maths in the exam hall. Okay, as it is the formula, so you can just use the formula, you can apply that trigonometric identity. You understand? Okay. Suppose okay, this is suppose 8 root 3 and this is 8. Okay, what is the, you are told to determine angle of depression. Angle of depression equals to what? In the exam hall, normally the students they become confused regarding angle of elevation or depression, which one? Okay. Remember one thing for mathematics, where there is a question of comparison, okay, and if you see any D, okay, you understand? If you see any D, it means always downwards. As for example, we know multiplication, division. Divide means you know to make it small. You know ascending order and descending order. D. This is D. You know angle of elevation and angle of depression. It is D. Okay. You know increasing and decreasing. Everywhere you see, okay, D, and there is a comparison, multiplication, division. Divide means something like this, division, this two, division. Okay, ascending order, descending order. While there is a D, okay, you understand D? D means it is downwards, okay. So it is applicable for, suppose it is called what is called componendo dividendo, okay. So D means always what? Downward. Elevation, depression, increasing, decreasing, componendo, dividendo. Okay, so from today onwards, you just keep it in mind that in comparison for mathematics, where there is a D, it means always downwards. Okay, so angle of depression. I have seen too many students being confused in the exam hall. What is the angle of depression? Okay, you know which angle is to find here? Which angle? You have to find this angle. This is the angle of depression. This is the angle of depression. And you know these and these are parallel. So this angle and this angle, they are alternate angles. That means we can find here this is D. Okay. So angle of depression. That means we can write down if it is the angle theta. If it is angle theta, you understand? This is also angle theta. So we can use tan theta. Tan theta is equal to perpendicular by base. That means √3. So theta equals to what? 60 degree. Okay? It is very easy for you. Now, suppose 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus ... Question number A, sum of first 2n plus 1 terms equals to what? Question number B, sum of first 2n plus 2 terms equals to what? Question number C, sum of first 3n plus 1 terms equals to what? Okay. Remember one thing, my dear students. Actually, this type of math, you will not get that much time in the exam hall to answer this math. Okay. So what will you do? What will you do? That is, suppose this is even or odd. This is even or odd. Just try to understand. It is even or odd. Question number A. 2n plus 1 is even or odd. For any n belongs to n, 2n is an even number, right? 2n is always even number. Now, if 1 is added or 1 is subtracted, if 1 is added or 1 is subtracted, you understand? That is an odd number. Okay? It is also applicable for 2n plus 3, 2n plus 5, 2n plus 7 like this. Anyway, the 2n is even, so 2n plus 1 is an odd number. Odd number. Now what will you do in the exam hall? In the exam hall, you will calculate it. The a equals to 1, a equals to 1, r equals to what? You will apply the formula, whereas r is less than 1 or r is greater than 1, then you will calculate. It will take about half a page. Will you do it? No. What will you do? Just try to understand. For this type of math, okay, it is 2n plus 1. 2n plus 1 odd number. Okay, that's good. 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1 plus 1. Odd number means what? Number of terms is what? If n equals to 1, that is number of terms, if it is 1, then it is 1, just only 1. If n equals to 3, 3 terms, you just calculate from first 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. Have you seen? 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. What is their summation? 1 minus 1 equals to 0, so we are getting 1. That means when n equals to 1, sum is 1. n equals to 1 means the first term. The sum is 1. n equals to 3, 1, 2, 3. n equals to 3 means sum is 1, 1 will be 1 and minus 1 will be omitted and we will be left with only 1. So have you seen when 2n plus 1 is what? We are getting the sum is always 1. Okay, you understand? Sum is always 1. That means for odd number, sum is always 1. Suppose you are told to determine the sum of 101 terms. 101 terms. You have to see 101 is even or odd. It is odd. Odd means n equals to 1, 3, 5, this type of. So n equals to 1, that means this is 1. Wait. Now, if you are told to determine the sum of 2n plus 2 terms, that is even. Even means what? N equals to 2. The n equals to 2 means what? First term, second term. And what is their summation? 0. This is even. What does it mean? It means n may be equals to 4. 4. This will be omitted, this will be omitted. Here it is also 0. So answer of question number A is 1, whereas answer of question number B is 0. Now, you understand? You are told to determine the sum of first 1000 terms. What will you do? You will calculate in the examination? No. You see, this is even number. For even means what? Even means what? Number of terms is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 like this. So this is number of terms 2. 1 minus 1 equals to 2. This is total 4. You see, this will be omitted, this will be omitted. Okay. So the answer is 0. Now the question number C. Can you answer me please? What will be the question number C? What is the answer of question number C? Now, question number C. 3n plus 1. You see, 3n plus 1. If n is even, then if n is even, then 3n plus 1 equals to what? Even means what? Suppose 2, 3 to the 6 plus 1 equals to 7. If n is even, then 3n plus 1 is odd. If n is odd, similarly, n is odd, then 3n plus 1 is, even. What means what? Suppose what? What means suppose n equals to 1. 3 into 1 plus 1 equals to 4. So it is even. You understand? So we will get, when n equals to even, this is an odd number. Okay. When odd number, answer is for odd number, answer is what? 1. So its answer is 1. And for even number, answer is 0. Answer is 1. When n is even. Answer is 1 when n is even. Or answer is 0 when n is odd.
শোনো চারটা
Okay, dear students, no more today. Thank you very much. Best of luck. Assalamu alaikum.